From a lonely boy to a gentleman, this is Pip's unforgettable journey. Pip grew up on the bleak marshes of Kent, an orphan raised by his harsh sister and her gentle husband Joe Gargery, a kind-hearted village blacksmith. His sister often reminded him of the hardship she endured in bringing him up. One bitter Christmas Eve, a cold mist crept across the graveyard. Pip stood before his parents' tombstones when suddenly a terrifying figure rose from behind a grave. The man seized him and threatened him, demanding food and a file to cut the iron from his leg. Trembling with fear, Pip obeyed him. He stole bread from his sister's pantry and a file from Joe's forge. Soon after, the man was captured by soldiers. His name was Magwitch, an escaped convict. Though the danger passed, the memory never left Pip. Sometime later, Pip was taken to Satis House, a decaying mansion owned by the wealthy and eccentric Miss Havisham. Once a beautiful bride, she had been abandoned on a wedding day and had never recovered. She still wore a faded wedding dress, and every clock in the house was frozen at the moment of her betrayal. A grand wedding feast lay untouched, covered in dust and cobwebs. There Pip met Estella, Miss Havisham's adopted daughter. She was beautiful, proud, and cold. Raised to break men's hearts, she mocked Pip's coarse clothes and humble manners. Yet Pip fell hopelessly in love with her and dreamt of becoming a gentleman, believing wealth might make him worthy of her. Those dreams were shattered when Pip was sent away from Satis House and apprenticed to Joe as a blacksmith. Though he worked honestly, his heart remained restless. At the forge, Pip worked alongside Oleg, a bitter man who hated him deeply. One night, Pip's sister was brutally attacked and left disabled. Though Oleg was suspected, no proof was found. After the attack, Biddy, a kind and sensible girl from Pip's childhood, came to care for the household and gently warned Pip against pride and false ambition. Years passed and then everything changed. A lawyer named Jaggers arrived with astonishing news. A secret benefactor had left Pip a great fortune and he must go to London immediately to be educated as a gentleman. Convinced that Miss Havisham was behind his good fortune, Pip eagerly left his village, drifting away from Joe. In London, he lived with Herbert Pocket, a loyal and cheerful friend who taught him the ways of high society. Yet wealth brought excess. Pip spent freely, fell into debt, and remained painfully devoted to Estella, who remained distant and unreachable. News soon arrived that Pip's sister had died. He returned home for a funeral and felt the weight of regret. Joe and Biddy had remained faithful, Pip had not. Not long after, Estella married Bentley Drummy, a wealthy but cruel man. Her marriage brought her no happiness, and Pip was left alone with his disillusionment. One stormy night in London, heavy footsteps echoed outside Pip's rooms. A rough, weathered man stood before him, soaked by rain and age. Slowly, Pip recognized him. It was Magwitch. Magwitch revealed the truth. He, not Miss Havisham, was Pip's secret benefactor. Transported to Australia for life, he had worked tirelessly to make Pip a gentleman. At first, Pip felt shame that his wealth had come from a criminal. But as Magwitch spoke, shame softened into compassion, and Pip saw a man of fierce loyalty and deep love. Shaken by the truth, Pip returned to Satis House. There, Miss Havisham, now broken by guilt, confessed her regret. She realized that in raising Estella to be heartless, she had destroyed her chance at happiness. She begged Pip for forgiveness, and moved by her sorrow, he forgave her. Moments later, tragedy struck. As Miss Havisham stood near the fire, her old wedding dress caught fire. The dry fabric ignited instantly, and she was engulfed in fire. Pip rushed forward, desperately trying to save her, but Miss Havisham was terribly burnt. She lingered for a few days in great suffering and then died in her ruined house. consumed at last by the sorrow she had carried for a lifetime. Magwitch revealed another truth. Years earlier, he had been betrayed by his partner in crime, Compeyson, the same man who later abandoned Miss Havisham at the altar. Compeyson had framed Magwitch and escaped with a lighter sentence. Magwitch had returned illegally to England just to see Pip, a crime punishable by death. Pip and Herbert Pocket planned to escape him by river, but Compeyson recognized Magwitch in London and secretly alerted the authorities. During the desperate river chase, Compeyson was knocked into water and drowned, while Magwitch was gravely wounded and captured. In prison, Pip stayed by Magwitch's side. Before dying, Magwitch learned that his daughter lived and that she was Estella. He died in peace. Soon after, Pip lost all his fortune and fell seriously ill. Once again, Joe returned and nursed him back to health. When Pip recovered, he returned home, intending to propose to Biddy, only to discover that she had married Joe. He accepted this with humility. After losing his fortune, Pip left England to begin his life afresh. He joined Herbert Pocket in a mercantile firm in Egypt, where he worked honestly and steadily for many years. Far from old dreams of wealth and status, Pip learnt the dignity of labor, the strength of friendship, and the quiet satisfaction of an upright life. Time and effort reshaped him into a wiser, humbler man. After many years, Pip returned to London. The city no longer dazzled him as it once had. Ambition had given way to calm reflection. One evening, guided by memory, he walked through the ruins of Satis House. Now empty and overgrown, its long sorrow finally laid to rest. There he met Estella. She was greatly changed, no longer cold or proud, but gentle and softened by suffering. Her unhappy marriage had ended, and pain had taught her compassion and understanding. They spoke quietly of the past, of mistakes made and lessons learned. As they walked away together from the ruined house, Pip felt deep peace settle within him. He saw no shadow of another parting from her.